Hello light workers, how are you? It's lovely to be back. Today I'm talking about what the emissaries say about the Russia-Ukraine situation. I'll see you on the other side. Now, just to make it clear, the emissaries, their remit here is not to talk about politics. They never talk about politics, ever. And even, a long time ago at the beginning when all of the Trump and the white hats and we were just about, on emptying tunnels and everything like that, when I would ask them about that, they would say, that's not what we get involved with. The emissaries are here to encourage and to help and to facilitate the Great Awakening. That's it. Yeah? And they rarely do they stray off that. They might give some opinion, but normally the opinions it's so broad that it really, is matterless. That's not their passion. However, because I'm watching what's happening and my mind's saying, what on earth is going on? We've just left this 2 years of madness and suddenly we're in another place of madness. So I said to the emissaries, what on earth is going on? They said, this is panic. That this is, what they said was, the Great Awakening is happening so swiftly now that they don't know, the baddies don't know what to do. All they do know is that the only way that they can stop the Great Awakening from happening is through fear. Remember? Fear or love. Okay? The people who are awakened step into love. They start to unify. They become one. They start to love one another. They love life, love people, love the earth. Okay? And so they know that they must get everyone back into fear. The whole pandemic, the arse was ripped out of it, wasn't it? The arse fell out of the pandemic. People are just joking about it. People are laughing about it. Too many jokes. As soon as you start laughing about something, there is no fear. Okay? And so all of the fear disappeared. Now what's been happening? Because of what they've done, they've woke up more people. Okay? And, we've got freedom convoys happening all over the place. Millions of people taking to the streets. It's just way out of hand. COVID has woken up so many people. And they know that. And that's why they had to quickly it's been so swift, isn't it? We had a party. And because of that, I think I better drop all of the COVID sanctions. It's like, let's just gone, okay? Because it wasn't working, it was actually working against them. It was waking people up far too quickly. And so, in panic, they have created another scenario for fear, but they've been very clever on this one. Okay, so what the emissaries were saying was that that's the only thing that can pause or slow down the Great Awakening if everybody's fearful. So what have they done? This is what I've seen that they've done. My Telegram feeds are filled with what you would call fake news. And that is the media in the UK, here in Spain, for goodness sake, putting footage of things that have nothing to do with what's happening. Footage of a video game. Footage of an explosion in China in 2015 and saying that that's what's happening there. Images of fathers crying as they're putting the children onto a bus, and you find out that actually it was a Russian guy from years ago who had to say goodbye to his children. And they're saying that that's what's the people in the Ukraine. So we've got, and all on the newspapers, the face of a woman, her blood is on their hands. And that woman was actually hurt in a gas explosion a few years before. And they're just using old footage. Why? To create this horrible wave of fear. And it isn't that something isn't happening. Something's happening. But that's not the important thing. So you can see when something's happening, it's not good enough for them. I saw footage of them filming the people who were supposedly running from an explosion. And, 3, 2, 1, roll, and the people screaming and falling over and all kinds of things. Footage for the news. And look, we've seen this across 2 years of body bags where somebody's having a fag. They've unzipped it and they're having a fag in the body bag. People moving because they're starting to get too hot in the body bag. I mean, it's just endless. Dummies, like plastic dummies on beds. That they're rushing through like, oh my God, somebody's dying and it's a dummy. Why are the media doing this? Well, the media's doing this because it's their job to lift up the levels of fear. They must, and this is what the emissaries said, that they know that it's the only way. And so what they do is, why are they giving you all this fake stuff when really something's happening? It's to create confusion. And it's also for us. Remember that all of this is for us primarily. Yeah, they want the people to be in fear because they won't wake up if they're in fear. But they want us to be in fear too. Confused. What the hell's going on? What is real? What isn't real? They want us to be like that. And the more, and this is what the media does all of the time, the more confusing they can make it, the better, because then we go into confusion, and confusion is linked with fear. It's a negative emotion. Like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah? So they're trying to hit both sides at the same time. The people who are asleep don't give a fuck about the fact that it's a video. In fact, I know that because we shared that with some people who were asleep. And they said, so this is a video game. This is the footage that came on in Spain. Watch. And it's identical. Yeah? Identical. Going, oh, in Ukraine, oh, and Putin, terrible man, and all of that. And the people's response was, so what? Are you saying that nothing's happening? Okay, that was the response. The response was to attack us rather than to ask the question, why is the media putting fake news on? Why is the media trying to instill terrible, awful, low-level emotion in the population? They don't ask that. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, but we do. We watch it and go, well, why are they doing that? Does that mean it's not real? Does that mean it's all pretend? Does it mean that it's a FF? I think the flag. That might be not correct. The false one. So this is what they're doing. They are, and they've brought that forward, by the way. Even in the grand scheme of things, what you would never do is take people through 2 years of all of that trauma and then run them straight into another one. People need a break. That's the push-pull. Remember, that's the system that you use, which is give it, let them go a little bit, get them, everything's fine, push again. But no, they've gone push, too much. They're in panic. They don't know what the hell to do. And so they're just throwing the whole works at everybody in the hope that it's going to pause the Great Awakening. And hey, it might. Who knows? It might. But for us, our job is to stay in love. It's to stay in love. Now, how do you do that? How do you stay in love? Well, one is that you stop watching fear porn. Stay away from the fear porn. That's them on purpose giving you fear porn, and not just that, but in our channels as well. They've infiltrated our channels and they want us to watch fear porn. Be very selective about what you watch, okay? Meditate, sit down and just chill out. Take some time out, okay? And take it easy. help people where you can, give support where you can, but really be kind to yourself and just take a step back from all of this, because they want you in there. They want you in this turmoil of emotion, and that is not the place. We stay in love, we continue with the Great Awakening, because all of us are creating the Great Awakening, understand? I mean, there are other things involved, but our vibrational frequency is what's bringing it on. That's why they're trying to get it down. That's why they're trying to lower it, okay? So don't let the bastards grind you down. Stay strong, stay in love, and help to get this Great Awakening moving again. Okay? That's all. All right, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all later.